All right, ready. Yes, in the building. You know the set. Water. You need
Chuck.
water. What's that, Spence?
Yo, Joe Spade, Jay Spades, we're live on the show, bro.
He start already.
So, like, like, wait there. Go on, what you say?
Big up the fight is right, you get me? Baddest
Come
boxing
on.
show in the world. For the world I'm back. You get me? First interruption. I'll be sure to tune in and come off and let the man do their thing. But big up on yourself, see?
Yeah, big up Jay Spades.
The one and only. The one
Come
and
on.
only Jay Spades.
Come on.
Anyway, without further ado, it is 8 p.m. So let us start the show in the magical words of dream it, believe it, become it.
Coming up. We keep on winning, bruv. We keep on
Always.
winning at Ayrton.
You know the set. What's going on, Spenny Rankin?
Tundi, I'm tired, you know, because, boy,
Bro.
to like, I'm tired. I must have had a few hours sleep, and then I had to go get up and do the shopping. And what make it worse, when you go shopping with a little girl,
Yes,
I
sir.
went shopping with my 5-year-old. Tundi, when we out shopping, she like to pick up every blasted thing in Sainsbury's.
But the kids have got energy, man. You know, it's that energy.
And then try to give me a heart attack. Like, you know what I mean? She'd buy some little vending machine thing, and she just walk off to try and hide. I said, "Don't do this thing to me, because you put me some panic in my heart. Don't do that to me."
No, your heart's good, man. Stop putting that out there, man. Your heart's good. Let me just say good evening to a few people. First up, Red Rose. Good evening, Tunde and Spencer. It was a late one, but I enjoyed the show. No rubbing your chest tonight, please, Spencer. I told you, bro. Spencer with it. Spencer with it. Feeding up himself on the sun.
My chest is getting big, you know. Trust me.
And let me go to the top. Big up Jermaine Williams, first man in the house. Elliot Francis, Philip Answer, Lee Foster, Andre Bukenya, Alfie Black, the one and only Alfie Black. AAV Develops is in the building. Steve Bailey, Tyrone Booth, Bomber Clark Bucks in there. Lee S, Jay Lanks, Red Rose, have always big up. Chrissy, the lovely Chrissy Blue 876. Rob Mayer, yeah, Coco's here, Daniel Grace is here, Yemi X is here, Air Max 90, King is here, Damian Charles, Greg Damage, Bruno Smith 8, Lee Foster, JK Better Life. What that? You're not about mate. Is in the building. Hot videos. I see ya. Too blessed to be stressed. Adrian Waters, Paul Moses, moving right. I see ya. Mr. African Style TV, Skyliner, the editor, the one and only M. James Morrison. I think we've got Authentic Truth is here. G's here. Yeah, let's start. Let's get the ball cracking, Spencer.
Yeah, you know what? Bruno Smith 8 just said, "Rest in peace, Michael Smith, aka Bruno." If anyone knew, you know, he did the security. Bruno, you know him, son.
Yes.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks now since he passed. Unfortunately, for a freak accident in you know what I mean, on some fairground kind of thing, like a tent, freak accident.
Spence. Why do you and Anthony, you always do that?
What?
Why you always go? Bruh, you're live on the thing. Like, we don't want to hear you burping up the place, and I don't know.
No, it's a fizzy drink. It's a fizzy drink.
To do that.
It is okay.
No. You can't be doing that in public.
What are you talking about?
Money. Money. You know what I'm talking about, innit, money?
I love business.
I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. Is that the culture? Is that how you're just brought up? Like, you just
Tundi. Manicure your black toenails. And don't tell me nothing.
That's again. Like, bro, like Adrian Waters. Like, is it just
Manicure
me?
your black toenails.
Is that like a normal process? Man said you're
It
supposed
is.
to drinking the rum and Red Bull, making you burp up the place. Bro, Anthony, thank you, Manny. Anthony is a serial offender of that thing there. That's what I'm saying. Like, hold on. Did I miss something in my culture or something? Is it like okay to do that? Like, every time you do it from now, I'm gonna pull you up because you do it all the time. Cool. Sometimes you don't realize what you're doing, but you do it all the time. You go, I'm like, bro, ladder. Anytime I'm gonna pull you up on the show as well.
But anyway, like I'm saying,
you do it. Anytime you do that again, bad manners for us.
Tell Tundi to show his black toenail. Tell Tundi to put his little black toe, his little voodoo toenail. Tundi's toenail's like this.
Bro, I'm not having it no more. I'm pulling man up. Anytime I see man behaving like this, I'm
black toenails, man.
Anyway, sorry. Let's get back to the business.
Yeah. So no, seriously, fun again. Like Bruno, who passed away a few weeks ago, really sad. It was like his father passed away when he was 11, and then he had a freak accident. He passed away, and his son just turned 11. So my heart and my condolences to all of the Smith family. Oh, wow. I mean, Bruno's good people. So I posted up something with me, him, and Nassim Hamid and Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark didn't even turn pro them times there. So
video.
Yeah. So I mean, my heart goes out to his family. Trust me, beautiful guy, man. Funny brother.
Yes, sir.
Him and Clifton Mitchell were tight because he used to work for Clifton. So yeah. What can you say?
Me and Clifton was getting joke at ringside last night. Still, big up Clifton Mitchell.
Clifton Mitchell's a funny brother, man.
The trainer of the job undisputed champion.
Sandy Ryan.
Sandy Ryan, but she's still a champ.
Still a champ.
I'm getting some
she's
echo.
Still a champ, son. Pardon me?
I'm getting some echo. Is that you or is that me? Anyway.
Is it still going on?
Yeah. Have you got your phone on or something?
No, my phone's far away from the thing, man. So I'll just lock off the phone, man. Is it still going on?
Mic check. I can still hear some feedback. Anyway, let's carry on. Yeah. So where do we start? Let's start with the top of the bill.
No.
Canelo Alvarez.
Let's not start with the top of the bill.
Okay.
Let's start with honoring two legends that are no longer with us, in Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, because today marks the 48th anniversary of the Thriller in Manila, which was in the Philippines, when Muhammad Ali and Smoking Joe Frazier put it all on the line in one of the most brutalist boxing matches of all time, when two men just wanted it more than anything, right? That's what we have to honor before we start anything. And I would suggest to anyone who's young on here, just go on to YouTube and type in Ali Frazier 3, and you will be taken aback with just how good that fight was. It was an incredible fight, an absolutely incredible fight. The third fight of their trilogy, their notable trilogy they had. The first fight that they had was in March of 71. Then they fought again in 73, and then they fought again. In 75. And but the first fight was for the world title. The second fight was for the world title. The first fight was for the world title. Third fight was for the world title. The second fight was for the North American Boxing Federation Heavyweight Championship. But I'm telling you this now. Go and watch that fight, and then you'll realize just how great these two men were. So, got to turn around and say, yes, you're absolutely right. It's 30 years today since Bruno and Lennox Lewis as well. And that was for the WBC Heavyweight Championship, and that was up in Cardiff in 1993. I remember that fight too well. too well, right?
Yeah,
Because
I remember
Bruno
Leonard's
was
just mad as up.
but Bruno was clapping him up though, Tony.
Yeah, Bruno was, but that's what I'm saying. Lennox just said, "All right, cool. You're taking this thing too far now. Let me just end the proceedings." But that was a great fight. Well done. I think someone I just said, Dutty guy said, "Well done for remembering the anniversary of that great fight, Spence." Hashtag the knowledge. We know this. But yeah, I mean, there's so much to talk about. There are the two English fights. One took place at the UK Bethnal Green, and the other one took place at the Oval Wembley Arena. And obviously, we had the T-Mobile in Las Vegas. So I'll leave it down to you, Spence. Which one should we go with first?
I think we should leave I believe, Ton, on this one here, I think we should leave the best till last because it was up to the early hours of the morning talking about Canelo Charlo. I think we should pay homage to the fights that happened on home soul.
Yes, I agree.
And especially because you was ringside at one of them, to like properly break down. Because you know what, I watched Video Riley's fight. I watched it. And even though he went points, here's the difference. Video Riley went with a guy who's 12-0.
Yes.
Right? 12-0. And boxing isn't just about how hard you can hit somebody. It's also about how you can evade shots, how you can defend, how you can block. That guy is very, very talented. He reminds me of a 50s fighter, Ton. I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? He's a very, very talented kid. Very, very talented kid indeed. And now he's just signed with 258 Management as well.
Yes.
I don't know. You know what? How I see him moving right now, Vidal's really, really good. But also, we cannot forget Siobhan Clark, who just won the IBF European? I think he won yesterday. We can't forget him. So the cruiserweight division right now for the prospects it's really good. It's really good. Plus, end of this month, we've got the great fight coming up. For the British Cruiserweight Championship, with Isaac Chamberlain and your brethren. What's the kid's name again?
Your brethren. Manny. Manny. What's the brother's name?
What's his name? You know him,
Put it up. Manny's gonna put up the real thing.
The little knockout you.
Come on, Manny. Where you gone? This is what I'm saying about Manny. No, Isaac Chamberlain is not fighting Jamie. Come on, mate. Put it up. We want the people to see.
Lowell.
Come on, Manny. I thought he was gonna be quicker.
He's fighting Lowell.
Mikel Lowell. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, man, you got there in the end, son. Manny, you got there in the end.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good little fight, Spence.
Listen, that to me, because I know they're doing some press thing for it on Tuesday, where the Fight is Right. We'll be doing the Fight is Right live from there, but Tundi won't be there. I'll be doing it on my Jack Jones because Tundi's in the sweat house. So hopefully Manny can reach to that one. But we know Manny's here, there, and everywhere these days. But that's going to be a really good fight, Ton.
Yes.
That is going to be a really
before
good
we touch on that, because that is future.
Yeah.
Let's actually go to this bill. I've got my notes here. So there was only really one upset of the night, and that was Jamie Tekiva, which we'll speak about. But the whole cards event, when Francesca Hennessy, Mick Hennessy's daughter,
made her pro debut, right?
Yeah. Say again?
She made her professional debut, right?
Yeah, making a professional debut. She won by TKO. Then we had Stephen McKenna getting a very good stoppage, moving to 14-0 with 13 knockouts, calling out Josh Taylor. I don't know about Josh. Just kind of buoyed him off. He said, "Bro, come on, man. There's levels to this thing here."
Who called that Josh Taylor?
McKenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Bruv, I heard Josh Taylor's coming to 147. Come, let's get it cracking." So Josh is like, "Come on, mate, sort it out."
Who did McKenna lose to? O'Hara Davis, isn't it?
No, he ain't lost. McKenna ain't lost yet.
Oh, McKenna ain't lost. Oh, so it's
No.
another McKenna. Sorry. My apologies.
Big up Dutty Gal. Thank you for the £10 super sticker. Always supporting physically and financially. Or visibly and financially, should I say. Thank you for the £10. And then the upset of the night was Jamie TKV, which I think we'll talk about first.
Okay.
Spence, what do you feel about the
I
whole?
watched the fight. I watched the fight in Fulton.
Okay.
And let me say a massive big up to Barry Smith, because he was complaining about the gloves that the kid had. Yeah. He was complaining about the gloves that the kid had. That
before or after, Spencer?
He was complaining after the fight.
Well, that ain't no good, is it?
Well, the fight's gone now, isn't it? And he was saying that, he said, I spoke to him earlier today, and he said the gloves are so thin, they were thinner than a Rizzler paper.
Yeah, but I hear that. And I'm glad you touched on it. Which is one of the reasons why I asked, why was it before or after?
It was after.
Because
it's too late.
You can't be complaining about a man's gloves after the man tore your fighter's eye off. I'll just tell you what I do as a trainer in all contests, even the contest Anthony Yard had last Saturday. When we get to the arena, even though the gloves had been checked by the board, by the glove, by the ring whip, who has control of the gloves till he gives them to the fighters. I send, if I don't do it myself, I send either Ade Oliyinka or James Cook to go in and check the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I send them to go in and watch the fighters' hands being wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make excuses after the fact. That's the trainer's job. This is what I'm trying to say. The trainer's supposed to go in there prior. And you know the funny thing is, now that you've said that, yeah, they were saying they don't want to come in and check our gloves. I'm saying that's your business. That's your business. We're going in to check my man's gloves. This is fighting. You got some Brazilian man coming in to hostile territory. He don't know no one. He doesn't know anyone, and he's like, it's winning by all means necessary,
bruv.
So you can't start complaining after. Even most people don't know what goes on in the championship fight. When I say most people, the casual fans, but there's usually a glove meeting before. James Cook, everyone that was there, the WBC, the IBF officials. I don't think we ran it past Ant because Ant was focusing on the fight. If you saw the noise that I made up in the big hall, Phil Francis went to James, fuck it, tell him to calm down. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, brother. These gloves, what's wrong with them? You have to change up these gloves. Big. I made up such a big thing about it. You know, so Robert Smith had to come down in the morning of the fight and show me both gloves again and ask if we're okay with that. The board have tested them. So you have to make up noise as the trainer. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's okay being on TV and it's okay, but you have to have sufficient, proficient people around you that's going to do these things. Not only in title fights, but in any fight. It's a fight, fam. Sorry, I'm using a fam word. That's Gary Chain.
No. Don't change nothing.
But it's a fight. It's a fight. So remember, God rest his soul, Mosley's trainer.
Yep, Nazim Richardson.
He
catch Margarito.
He catch a little teeth in Margarito. Who brought up Cotto in the first. Remember, he mashed up Cotto's face in the first fight.
Yeah, mash up his face, son. Nearly blind him.
Nearly killed the poor guy. Because the way, listen, I'm not saying Barry's wrong after the event, because the way the punch just split his face was mad.
Ton, let me tell you this, yeah. When man's talking was like Barry, I spoke to him this morning. He says, yeah, he's gone to the board and they're going to be an inquiry and all the rest of it. How
What? The man's face is mash up.
Ton, he's going to be out, you know.
I was talking to his management today. Me and him had a long conversation, and we were saying a few personal things. But I told him, I said, bro, as much as you see me joking and everything like that and cracking, and this thing here, professional boxing, when you are entrusted with the responsibility of training someone, they literally are putting a lot of their trust in you. And fighters as well, they need to know that, hold on, as man check, like even times Anthony would say to me, Unks, bro, who's checking man's, because we got so used to the
routine.
You understand? It's what? Who's checking man's gloves? Oh, no. Addy. No. Send James in there as well. You get me?
Right.
Like,
simple.
Double. So, I mean, I'm going on a bit, but that's why I asked you, was it before or after?
It was after, because they put a video up where they're kicking off about the gloves, yeah? Now, and showing like highlights that the guy was using the same gloves to do his open workout with. Yeah?
Oh, wow.
And then the gloves which were on TV and the gloves that were, but under British Border Control stipulation,
yes,
gloves in a non-championship fight are the reusable gloves, right? And if a man comes abroad with his own gloves, it's got to be confirmed by the Border Control that the Border Control say, right, they allow you to fight with these gloves. Now, when he was talking about the gloves and all the rest of it, Tundi, I don't want to hear that talk. I don't want to hear them excuses about no glove talk.
It's too late.
I don't want to hear it.
Too late.
Right? Because the glove gate business, I'm hearing too much of it. And big up Ren for your comment there still, and the £5, yeah? Right. But
it's cool. Anyway, carry on, Spencer.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm not talking about that or going over about the gloves. I'm saying again, and I said this in the early hours of the morning, and I'm saying it again. When you get a fighter, right? And they say, this is your opponent, right? It is not like when I was a youth, I had to go ring Eric Guy. Eric Guy would say, yeah, I think I've got him on videotape. He'd have to go send me the videotapes, so man, I've got to go study him and and all the rest of it. Pass the videotapes to James Cook. Them times I used to have a double-decker video so I could just record them and copy them. No, them days are done. Everything on knowledge right now is accessible just by the click of a finger. Now, obviously, you go to BoxRec first off, and you see that the man's had...
Sorry, because you know me. The thing is in my head now. I don't want to lose this point. Bro, you see, the objective is not to kick a man when he's down.
Yeah.
So if IFFYSD, I hear what you're saying. Jamie was so tough the other day on here, and he's losing in his fifth fight. The objective is not to kick a man down when he's down. We're just trying to. We already said it. We spoke after. We know he said things to Spence that got Spence angry, but it's all love around here. Sometimes, emotions
straight after the show, the youth phoned me and apologized.
Yeah, so emotions are so, bro, like, come on, man,
Yeah.
This is fighting, it's boxing. There's got to be some. Listen, yeah, he was disrespectful, but he's just being young and fiery. Even my own son, sometimes I can feel him trying to pipe up, and I'm ready to clap in with a backhand, with a serious Nigerian backhand. But I know that it's just the youth, the energy, and everybody makes mistakes.
But I hear Listen, I'm not
he apologized.
He did apologize. I'm not going to kick no one when they're down. You know what I mean?
He apologized.
I'm not going to kick no one when they're down.
So sorry.
Right.
So I just wanted to. I didn't want to lose that.
Yeah,
point.
thank you on that one. But I hear. But thank you for the support as well. I'm not knocking where man support and backing man. I'm not knocking that neither.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, thank you so much for the £10. You two are legends. Great show. Thank you very much. Peace and love to you. I'm just like I said to him. You have channels to check Fighters out.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Sorry, Spence. I hear you, bro. And me and Spencer already said this, all right. But the disrespect the elders, I get it. And you're not wrong, but let's not kick a man when he's down. Jamie is a beautiful young man trying to change his life, coming from certain areas.
Tundi,
Yeah.
listen to what I'm saying to you again, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever made that match, yeah?
Yes.
Right? Keep your eye on the prize. The prize is what's ahead of you, what's right in front of you. The prize isn't what's down the road. You're saying, well, down the road is the you know what I mean? Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. And you gotta be happy along that journey, man. So when you're thinking Fraser Clark was ringside. I watched the whole fight now. Fraser Clark was saying like he looks a bit flat today. This is like after the second round. I didn't even win. I didn't even see him win a round, ton, right? So you could talk about the gloves and all the rest of it. I didn't even see him win a round. So that's more to do with your training, your technical prowess, and interpretation, and demonstrating what has been interpreted to you and your comprehension of what's been interpreted to you. That's what that is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but wouldn't you say, Spencer? It's all very well saying that, but he's only had 5 fights.
Well, why would you put him in with a man who has had 12 fights, lost one, and didn't shame himself in the fight that he lost, yeah? And then he's had 11 knockouts. I don't business if you fought 11 grannies. You can punch, bro.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you with that. And I definitely agree that there has been gross incompetence and in making the decision and inexperience.
Of course it is, Tundi.
And inexperience.
When you see man coming to the ring with Bible, you know.
Yeah. That what I see, and this is what I'm trying to say. The research ain't been done. Because any man I see coming or having any God talk, I'm taking them brothers serious because faith is strong.
I'm telling you.
The thing is, as Alfie Black says, it's learning from the loss. And that's what I was talking to his management again. And that's why in the interviews preceding the fight, when I was giving interviews to certain channels, I said that this really could be, not really, I said God works in mysterious ways and it's a blessing in disguise because the manner of defeat was actually better than if it was him being knocked out. You understand? If he got knocked out, that would have been so hard to explain. Would have been so hard to
and I disagree.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why I disagree.
That's what opinions.
Right? And I'll tell you why you could disagree, yeah? There are no lucky punches in boxing because someone can throw a punch, you get hit, you get knocked out, right?
Yes.
But you know when we say right, it's a lucky punch because you was on top, you got caught. You know what I mean? I could go right through history. I could name out loads of different fights where that's happened. 2 fighters. Good fighters as well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Right? Notably, Marlon Starling when he gets knocked out by Thomas Molinares, right? So it happens. He was WBA welterweight champion and he walks onto a shot, gets knocked out. Mm-hmm. It happens. Mm-hmm. But then that same man, Marlon Starling, came back one fight after and stops Lloyd Hannigan to become world welterweight champion. So do you get what I'm trying to say? And we was thinking that Lloyd was going to brat this brother up. So no, what I'm saying is like when you're in a fight and you know that you was giving everything that you was giving, and Jamie was giving everything in there. I watched the fight twice actually, right? He was giving everything that he... Huh?
You watch it more than bro. Every time I phone you, I hear the fight in the background.
I was watching. That's what I'm like. I like to watch fights, bro. So
yeah, go ahead.
When I was watching it, the things like he was trying to smother the guy, and like I said, TKV isn't a puncher. He's got good work rate, but he's not a puncher. Mm-hmm. And he was trying to be on top on a guy that is noted as a puncher. And like I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. Like, are you around guys that are, this is no disrespect, because right, are you around guys that tell you boxing, you comprehend it? Or are you around guys that know boxing, but they're not telling you it so you can comprehend it? Because George Foreman famously said, you never follow a puncher. and he was coming on top on the guy, and he is not a puncher.
Yeah.
So that is a recipe for disaster.
Yes. Well, let me give you my take on this. I'm gonna say he is around people that know boxing in that respect. But what those around him didn't take into account, regardless of if he's been doing well sparring, Anthony Joshua, others, is you cannot buy experience. You can't buy experience. So, yes, when you're not under the lights, you're bracking up, man. You're doing well.
Okay.
You're winning 8 rounds of a 10-round spar against a world champion. But you ain't got the experience of being under the lights, having that pressure.
Bro.
And that's where
pressure.
That's say again, bro.
It's a different pressure.
It's a different kind of pressure. And that's where I said to the management to court this afternoon that if you had asked me, bro, like you're my like we, me and Court go back so far. This guy's helped me in certain things outside of boxing. I used to go to his office. I was like, bro, if you had asked me about this match, I would have just told you no. Straight away.
Straight.
No, you don't take that fight for this young boy because I've seen it. Me and you was talking today, Spence, and we're like, bro, Ant's had 27 fights now.
He's a vet.
Ant's a veteran in this thing. You understand? And so even me and Denzel Bentley was shouting, go to the body car. Shout to Denzel first. I'm like, Court didn't even know I was there. I was like, Denz, tell him to go to the body. Go get this man. You understand? Get this man tired. Denzel started shouting out, go to the body, go to it. Then he was over this side of the ring. I was like, go to the body. And he did it. But it's like, because you don't have the experience, you don't even know why you're going to the body.
Right.
And this is why
it was tired in that fight, bruv.
Exactly.
It was tired in the fight.
Remember, Jay also only having 5 fights.
Wham, you free Sunday? Wham.
Yeah, this show's powerful. Let me just finish this show. And we'll reason. We'll talk, yeah? Yeah. And Jamie, professional boxing, you are going to be very, very happy of the text I just got. Yeah, anyway. So it's like he don't have the experience. He doesn't have the experience to be able to assimilate the information that's been given.
Right. That's all it is. Because
that's it. So it's a
technically that boy is very good,
Very good. But
very good. He does some little really bold things in there,
yeah, definitely. So I think where Jamie's, I know not to keep on because we've got a lot to discuss.
Yep.
I think Jamie, I've said to Court, listen, give him my number, we'll talk, because I know what it feels like. Bro. Even if he doesn't show how disappointed he is at the beginning, he's a week or two is gonna touch him and realize that he's lost his first professional content.
We took a week or two, he's touching him right now.
Maybe, something.
Tundi, let me tell you this. You know, I lost my unbeaten record, yeah?
Yes.
I was 7-0, I lost my unbeaten record. Tundi, I remember walking across the road, wanting the car to run me over to Ratted. Let me tell you, I'm just going to be real. You know what I mean? Because you bask on rum, I'm beating, You bask on that, And especially when sometimes you can take your eye off the prize because you think about Fraser Clark. Because that was the fight that was penciled in next.
Yeah, but that's again inexperience. Taking your taking your eye off the ball.
You know what I mean?
That's what. Listen, even
that's like you were saying yesterday, Tun. The trainer really and truly is the manager, because the trainer knows the things that your fighter can do from what they can't do. So, and listen, this is not me having a go at Barry Smith, right? But I'm just telling you now, I would never take Alcius to the matchmaker for boxer, yeah. And I could see why they said, let's take this fight because this guy's got nothing. And they really had great aspirations for Jamie. But I'm trying to say, it's always good when you can be brave with other people's picnic. Do you get what I'm trying to say? When you're dealing with a fighter You have to look at that fighter like he's your child. Do you know what I mean? And you do those proper strategic moves. That wasn't a strategic move at all. I think his first opponent pulled out, or something happened to his first
Yeah,
opponent.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Right.
saying, man. It's the
Tundi,
pressure.
they could never have called you with that one.
No,
Ever.
absolutely. But I would
Right.
have just
I
advised.
respect
Listen,
this, bro.
because
Because
at the end
if
of
they
the day,
man would have phoned me, first thing I'm doing, I'm going to check out these guys' fights. I said, "Nah, we don't need this today."
do you remember yesterday on the show? I said to you, sometimes, Spence, I think you forget how experienced we are in this sport, and it's not.
No,
common.
I don't forget how experienced I am. It seems like
No,
other people forget.
sometimes I
It
think
seems
you
like
do.
other people
Sometimes I
forget
think
how experienced I am.
No. Sometimes I think you do when relating it to certain situations and certain people. Not everybody has the knowledge and the hindsight of you. So some people are coming in this game. Some people want to make their own way. But what I like is that you always reiterate that if they are lacking in any area,
We're
that
here,
they
you
should
know.
pick up the phone
Pick up the phone.
and phone.
You may
So
pick up the phone.
that's
Because
what I said to my guys.
I know the advice that I've given to top class world champions, and they've rolled with my advice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So somebody who's a 5-fight novice, and that's what you are, a 5-fight novice, and you're people them, and we know you're people them. Holla man, straight.
Games are you
Anyway.
say who that to do was look him up. But this is what I'm trying to say. They looked him up. The management.
Yeah, and like because you're seeing he's knocking out these little idiot man them and all the rest of it. That don't mean listen, even to knock out idiot man is hard.
Bruv, professional boxing to clap a man down is a very, very difficult thing.
I'm telling you,
easy. It's not easy. So listen, you live, you learn. Jamie is good enough to come back from that. Maybe we fight that guy 3 fights down the line, and get some sort of redemption and be ready. There's a big difference from fighting in a small hall show without that TV expert. Bro, you've been there, Spence. When you're on TV, it's like, bro, it's like you go for a job interview, fam. Like you put your best suit and tie, your brethren are there. You're like, I'm gonna be on TV.
Every time I fought on TV, I put in a performance. Win, lose, or draw. I put in a performance because I say I'm not going out on no punk.
Yeah, but you know what? You kind of had schooling on that because on the road, man knew you on the road as well. So it's like you're used to that kind of attention. Not everybody is used to that stuff. It's a different proposition all the time. That's why I say sometimes boxing fans just need to take a deep breath, stop being so judgmental. It's a big thing that these young men are doing, and it's not easy. And I just feel that with
Turn. I'm sorry, yeah.
I hear echoing again. You know what? I think it's that thing. Remember when I tested that thing, Spence?
Okay.
I bet you it's that.
Yeah, switch it off.
I think, yeah. Is it echoing still there?
No, well, it's not echoing on my side, but to the viewers.
Okay, but yeah, if it is, it's still echoing. Someone let me know when I switch it again.
No, it's cool. It's very sharp now. Blessed. Lams, thank you very much, Mr. African Style TV.
So that's it. All right, let's move on. Now. We wish Jamie.
You should have headlocked the Brazilian man. That's what I'm saying. All right, cool. Let's move on.
Why do you have to drop that one?
Let's move on. We've got half an hour left. Let's move on.
Let's move on, sir. All right, cool. All right, moving on. Vidal Riley, we already touched. Fighting a very good fighter, Nathan Quales, who was 12-0, putting a stellar performance. I would have loved to see the knockout. That's all that was missing. But no bumps, no bruises. You can actually hear the bass of Vidal's punches when he was landing. So credit has to go to Nathan as well for sticking in there, because he looked like he was showing signs of him. When I was looking in his eyes, I'm like, bro, this guy's ready to go. So again, you can't teach someone experience. They have to experience it. Vidal also, please take time. Take time.
He's English champion now, right? He's English champion.
English champion.
Right?
Couple defenses of that.
No, exactly.
Couple defenses of that. Bringing some European man. Go again. You understand? Keep the gravy train going. You know, good personality. Great coach and his father, Derek, who me and him are tight. Great team. West Ham, representing his roots. Grew up fighting for West Ham as a young kid, and still training there to this day. So they got something to build on with Vidal, and a great personality, a beautiful young man. Further, Callum Simpson fought Jose de Jesus Macias, which was this Mexican brother. These Mexican brothers are so strong because the shots that was raining on this brother's head last night, I'm like, nah. From it got to about round 6, I said, he ain't stopping him. He ain't stopping him. And Callum doesn't strike me as an explosive puncher, although he's got a few knockouts on his record. But what he is a high volume puncher and very fit. He didn't even look like he was breathing after them 10 rounds. I'll be honest with you. Took a few, but again, he hasn't got a lot of experience. I think he's had about 12, 13 fights now, if I'm not mistaken, on small hall shows. But his team are doing a fantastic job with him, and he's definitely proven to be a problem. Very confident young man. Spoken to him on one occasion before. I saw him last night. I give him a little wink and stuff. Yeah, Callum Simpson definitely got another, good, handsome young man. Speaks well, represents his team and his city well. Barnsley FC. Yeah, big up Callum Simpson. And moving to the top of the bill, Sweet Carolina. I was sitting next to the sister and the brother, Prince, and I don't know his other sister's name, to be honest with you, but I was sitting right next to them. And I said to the sister in round 2, I said, relax. I can feel you. I can feel the tense, 2 tense around here. Don't be tense. Caroline's got this. And Prince was playing the little big brother, shouting out, jab, move, Caroline. I thought it was the dad Tarated.
Now, you know what, man? The dad phoned me today. The dad weren't there. The dad said he watched it at home.
No, none of the family, none of the
dad
were there.
The dad weren't there.
Again,
I
very
spoke to
sad.
dad today.
Very, very sad not to see the dad, Daniel. It just feels strange, but that's another situation.
This game is what it is.
Yeah, another situation which the family gonna have to sort that one out, because that ain't good. You don't let boxing split up your family. Nah, I'm not rolling it. I was actually gonna say something, but I thought, what?
Yeah.
Now's not the time. But well done to Caroline. Prince was shouting out for the jab. I said from round 2, I said the right hook is the shot. The right hook and the counter right hook. What Caroline
dropped the girl. Yeah, I was serious.
Round was,
and you know what? You also got to know how female boxing is doing that thing, because on BBC News today they mentioned her and had her on saying like, well done to Caroline Dubois. She is now world champion. So they're boosting up the IBO title. So it seems like the female boxing is going to boost up the IBO title to another level. And like, they're congratulating her in becoming a world champion. So with female boxing, with female boxing, it's different. It is like, it's different because there is a plethora of talent there. So the best can fight the best, and great matches can be made.
Very good.
How female boxing is right now is like how professional boxing was in the early days, in the 1800s, early 1900s, where the best had to fight the best, because there wasn't no bodies where you could just pick up this one and that one and that one to break up. So if you were good and the next man was good, you'd have to fight each other, and that was it. And that's why I like female boxing.
But okay, all right. Well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I've got my own thoughts in that, but they're not really. I don't really have enough information to really come back with something yet. All right, let's move over to Wembley. Another lively show. George Lillard. Lillard. I think that's how you say it. 1 points, picking up another victory and furthering his education. Maisie Rose Courtney. I love Maisie Rose.
Good fight, mate.
I was waxing lyrical about Maisie very early on when she first started. She also picked up a points victory against Martina Bernal. Shannon Ryan, again, Shannon, Coach G, big up the two of them doing their thing last night. Again, Shannon moving on, educating herself, looking good doing it. Another great ambassador for women's boxing, looks the part, sponsored by the O2, first boxer, from what I know, to be sponsored by the O2, and a good advert for female boxing as well. I don't really right now we're saying female boxing, but it's just boxing in general. Rihanna Dixon picked up a unanimous victory, points win against Katarina Tanders, and Big Chev C4 Yardman Cockney Yardy. Cockney Yardy. Big up Chev, was on the show.
He can fight, you know.
Was it a good fight? Yeah,
he can fight. Chev can fight, bro.
No, Chev can fight. Come on, man. Chev, he's got that Yardman thing in it. Like, he's just rocking that in the place. But Chev picked up a belt last night. I'm not too sure what belt it was, but he beat Vasil Dubois. And well done, Chev. Chev's a problem in the cruiserweight division as well, you know.
Listen, he's a real problem. And the way man ain't talking about Chev is like, it's like a Shakur Stevenson one, where we know that Chev is a problem, so we don't even mention Chev's name, but we are mentioning his name. Chev Clark is a danger in the cruiserweight division, and he's low-key just building him. My man said he's a low-key Joe Fraser, and I have to agree with that. Ellie, lovely Ellie, a young girl that I've watched come in the gym, the Lynn, our club Spencer, the Lynn ABC. Uncle Jim used to bring her there as a little kid, jump on the bus or jump in Jim's car. She's now the, I think it's the IBF world champion. Yep.
And she successfully
defended the title.
Her title for the first time last night, beating Laura Soledad Griffer. So congratulations to Ellie. Keep the ball rolling, mate. South London for life.
Mm-hmm.
And the top of the bill. Me and Spencer was shouting. No, forget about me and Spencer. That was a different conversation. We did, Spencer.
Tundi. That top of the bill. I had to cover my face. That Samoan brother is a problem, you know.
Listen. The match shouldn't really be made in the first place, to be honest with you. But I will never criticize a man for chasing a dream, no matter how outlandish and far out it seems to others. At the end of the day, it's not every day you get the opportunity to fight the Ring magazine and a champion, a unified champion. So credit for having the kahunas for stepping in there. But Jordan, nice young man, you should have never been in that ring. And once me, Isaac Chamberlain, Denzel Bentley was watching. We was watching it on our phones. Both of us were shouting. You know when Denzel's giving it all bare actions. I'm giving it bare actions. Why are you allowing this fight to continue? Why? There's no need. He shouldn't even have come out for that fourth. Was it the fourth round? He's not supposed to come out for that.
He came out. Yeah, let me tell you this.
It would have been better. Listen, who am I to say that Tony Sims don't know what he's doing? But from what I saw, from the claps that I saw,
Old Tepia,
he should not come out for that round where he got finished.
Tundi, let me tell you this now, yeah? You're a tall, orthodox fighter. Why are you L'ing up against a southpaw?
It was mad. That's what I'm saying.
When you do the L, you're leaving yourself open to their left-hand power shot.
You don't do L against a southpaw.
Nope.
You don't do L against a, you keep your hands high.
All right.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Some people they're doing this thing and they don't even know why they're doing it. They don't know the science behind doing it.
Bro.
And I'm like,
what I am going to say is that Jordan, he's got real balls, you know, Ton.
Oh, come on, mate.
Because when there's certain times, because you watch on your phone, Ton, I watched it on TV.
Joe was shouting, no, in his room. Bro, Joe, you know that, innit? How are you ending up against a southpaw?
Bro, Tunde, when I see this, listen, That Opetaia, that Jar Opetaia, you,
That was
Tundi.
funny.
Look in his face. The youth's not right, you know.
Who?
The Opetaia, you. Look in his
What do you
face.
mean he's not right? Wait, hold on.
Bro, he's looking
Explain
to
that
mash
one
up,
to me.
man. Look at his face.
Hold on.
Look,
No, I need an explanation as to why he's not right.
he's not right because he's looking to mash up, man, Tundi.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's not right. That just means he's
No,
a
he's
fighter.
not right, bro. When I look at the youth, yeah, I see him in the ring. He's got kind of like a little Mike Tyson kind
No,
of.
yeah, he's just, bro, he's a
He
warrior.
has, bro. When he's talking, he's like, yeah, like, you know what? Like, if he was from the end, he'd be like, well, I'm just coming to bruck up, man.
I don't know why you're not saying this. In fact, bro, he said it at the weigh-in. He said, oh, I love it, mate. I love it. He said he loved it. He told Jordan, fam, all this what you're talking, I love this shit. That's what he said. Go on. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not listening to these pre-fight comments. The brother said, I love this shit. I love it. I'm coming for blood and war. And he was true to his words. But that is a problem. That's a problem. And I think that, again, going back to the lack of experience, you know, and the fact that in positions like that, sometimes I feel like, you know, he ain't going to win. He's taking a lot of punishment. And, you know, he's a strong, you know, listen, I always say the trainer knows the fight better than anyone else. So Jordan tweeted this morning, another day, back on this thing. And I retweeted it and I said, I love that spirit. I love that spirit. But again, is it an immediate reaction? When he sit down and this thing settle into his brain, what happened that night? Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Then you're going to think about it. And, that's what I'm saying. Don't rush the process of rehabilitating yourself. Go away. Take some time out. Reassess it. Yeah, it's good that you're up and you're looking at it from that philosophical standpoint. But it's the brain, it's the body, it's the mind, it's the spiritual aspect of this whole thing. And just take time, Jordan. There's no rush. You probably got paid. You got paid a good sum last night, and whatever they paid you, you definitely deserve double.
You earn every penny of it, bro.
Yeah, bro, you earn it. You deserve double. And again, I think it's your first defeat in, 15 fights. Never had that experience to be even on that level. But you went for it, and I admire it. But just take time now and come again, as you said. Apparently, Jordan's now gonna move up to heavyweight.
He's gonna move up to heavyweight now.
That's gonna do anything, yeah. but
how tall is he? He's tall, What's he like? 6 foot?
How the hell did he? How did he get down to that weight in the first place? He's massive. He is massive. So going up, definitely. Maybe the bridger weight might be another weight. But
yeah, exactly. The opportunities at bridger weight,
yeah, you see, man's laughing heavyweight. But imagine Tyson Fury or Wilder or AJ clapping you, bro. It's 10 times what this man is giving. But at 6'6", it must be a hard thing to make cruiserweight. So
exactly,
we go again. All right, finishing up the show. We had guests. I don't know what happened to them. Spence.
Don't worry, Ton. It's cool.
That's why. Remember, that's why I always say, don't say the guests. Don't say the guests before. Let's let them come on. Big up my old school friend, seeing her for the first time in 27 years. She couldn't even believe it. I was like, hey, I'm not gonna say the name. And she's like, how did you even? I said, so big up my school friend. I saw her. Why not adding on years? But big up my school friend. Saw her for the first time today in Beckenham, and I'm just seeing a message from. But yeah, moving on to the main event, the big one last night in Las Vegas. Again, some fights that may have slipped were Turo Gushea fought against Keandre Leatherwood, won by majority decision. Gabriel Golas Venezuela beat Jesus Gabriel Solano. Alexander Gvozdyk, which is a name we all know.
Mm-hmm.
A fighter that after fighting Artur Beterbiev, he was the Ukrainian fighter, unbeaten. I think he was the WBC champion at the time. He was facing Artur Beterbiev. Beterbiev, as we know, with 100% KO ratio, stopped him. Beterbiev just battered him, to be honest with you. I don't even know. We know till to this day, Anthony Yard is Beterbiev's most competitive fight. But before that, Gvozdyk was spoken about. And again, being offered fights at particular times. Imagine they offered us Gvozdyk early in Ant's career. I'm like, what? Get out of here, man.
Who offered that fight?
Oh, well, we've only ever had one. We've only ever had one promoter. So I'm like, bro, get out of here, man. We're not fighting no Gvozdyk. Some Olympic gold medalist, and he's there with 12 amateur fights. And not that he's an Olympic gold medalist. We ain't ready. We weren't ready at that time. So Gvozdyk took 3 years out. He's come back. He stopped Batelniks, who was down to penciled in to fight Craig Richards twice. He's come back. He stopped Bolotniks. Last night, again, he's KO'd Isaac Rodriguez. I don't know what his record was, but he's back on this thing. And I don't know whether he's still campaigning at the light heavyweight division, but light heavyweights need to take note because he looks like he's back. He's moving. Frank Sanchez, heavyweight, which is in the Canelo camp.
We saw him in Canelo's changing room, innit?
Yeah, we saw him in there. I was wondering, he left.
But they're back. He's back in it.
Yeah, well, he's back now. Frank Sanchez also won by retirement of Scott Alexander. Don't know who he is. Elijah Garcia, Tico in Jose Armando Resentes. And moving further up the bill, what most people are saying was the robbery of the night. Jesus Alejandro Ramos Jr. losing by unanimous decision from Erickson
Lubin. Look, Ton.
Touch on that, Spence.
I don't think it was because I watched the fight again today. When we was watching it last night, because we were so interested in seeing the Canelo fight that we weren't really taking it in. When you go back and watch it,
yes.
You know what I mean? Jesus, in my mind, did enough to win. You know?
Okay.
He did. He done enough to win, in my mind. But I can't sit down and say I see why they robbed him, because I can't.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because Lubin did some good work in there, but did he do enough? The eye-catching shots, so the person that was pressing forward was Ramos. So in my mind, he should have got the decision. But yeah, like I said, boxing is a very, very subjective sport, and sometimes the fight that we're watching at home is not necessarily what the judges position 3 places around the ring are actually seeing. And unfortunately, that's what happened. They didn't see and not only that. Ramos was clapping with some hard shots, especially downstairs to the body. But Lubin always kept his composure and he was flicking out fast shots. So maybe it's one of those ones. It's like who you prefer to see. But in my mind, the wrong man got the decision. But I'm still happy for the guy who got the decision.
And just backtracking a little bit, Floyd Mayweather's protege, Carmel Moulton, won his professional debut on the biggest stage, defeating Ezequiel Flores by TKO.
That you could be good, you know?
It could be very good. He's very young.
Yeah, he's young.
I don't see the heaviness. I don't see the heaviness in his punches, but I see the fluidity.
What is he, 18?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's got a long way to go.
Exactly.
But listen, he's got the best tutorship one could ask for, and the best support. So well done to Carmel. the journey begins, or has begun, shall I say.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the chief support, your Dennis Ugas losing unanimously
To
by
Barrios.
Mario Barrios. And me and you was touching on this, Spence. Touching it, Spence.
To Barrios.
Touching the thing.
You know what? Also, you know what you got to look into consideration? You got to realize Tank's a bad boy, you know.
Tank, oh mate. Listen, his knockout of Barrios is aging lovely. To show you that
this how you
getting
do
it
it,
with Tank.
Yeah.
Tank is a puncher.
Yeah. But you know what? Also, when we're looking at it, could it be like the Errol Spence fight has taken its toll? Also,
Oh mate.
maybe the Errol Spence fight took its toll on Ugas. Maybe it took its toll on him. Not rightly sure. But what I am saying is like Barrios boxed wicked yesterday. I got to give him all the credit in the world. He boxed a really good fight, man. I mean, a really good fight. And he looked solid at the weight. I mean, 147 is his weight now. I mean, he looked solid. He looked solid.
Yeah.
Threw some really good combinations in there. But I like how every little thing is stop, he'll pause, and he'll go back with a jab. And this is like one of the most underrated things that we've got going on is the jab. You know what I mean? The jab's the key. And he used it. He used it really, really well. So we got props him for that. But come on, Tun, we got to move on to the real fight of last night.
Okay. Can I
The
just
fight
say,
why I'm still tired
I don't
today.
know how long Ugas has left, but bro, that eye, Errol Spence fixed up that eye, and the man was smiling, as my man said. He's smiling with the eye like it's a joke thing, but it's like that eye is so damaged. Really, the ref wanted to stop the fight, even in the 12th round. He even wanted to stop it. It's like, come on, man. It's horrible. But anyway, well done to Mario Barrios last night. Getting a good victory on his belt and setting up a good fight. I did say him against Conor Benn, or even Ugas against Conor Benn. Let Ugas fight Conor Benn. If he loses that against Conor, then just, chill out. Right. Closing the show, the main fight of the evening, Saul Canelo Cinnamon Alvarez. Punch up, and I mean punch up, Jamel Charlo. Is it Jamel they call Iron Man?
I don't know what they call him. Right?
Whatever man they called him last night, that weren't a good performance, Jamel. That weren't. You didn't even show the hunger to just go in there and lay it on the line. And that was what the most upsetting thing for me. I'm like, bro, I know you don't want to get stopped. Yeah, I know you can feel as I said to you before, it's the aura. When they get in there with Canelo, they feel something they've never felt before. And then it's how you respond to that. And I just felt that, come on, man, you're undisputed yourself. You're undisputed yourself. Yes, at a lower weight class. But the way Canelo was just pushing him, like, get off my boy. You get what I'm saying? Like, just taking the punches and just nothing. It was like, come on, man, what's going on? And I feel that he could have been more successful standing in the pocket.
Yeah, I hear you, Tom, but easier said than done. And
definitely.
Easier said than done. And you're dealing with the aura of Canelo, right?
Yes.
And Canelo, he just knows how to tee off shots on you,
Well,
he does
when
it
he starts
evenly,
When he starts letting off. And then you see, again, they say Canelo ain't got no footwork, but while you're criticizing him, he's in the gym trying to fix that. And Charlo was moving, but Canelo was doing the little steps.
The little sexy steps.
Mexican steps.
The little salsa steps.
Go there. And yeah, he just made it so difficult for Iron Man. He made it so difficult for Jamel to even go anywhere. The minute you stop, and boom, he just touched him with the chips. The chips is the right hand for those who don't know. Those who watch the watch-alongs know it's fish and chips. Fish is the left hand, chips is the right hand.
And then we got the Savoy.
And the Savoy is the left hook. Fish, chips, Savoy. Yeah, but he clapped him with the chips, the straight chips. And bro, it's like it registered. He bound low, and then Canelo just lifted him up with a right uppercut, and he said, "Yeah, you know what? Let me just take a seat here for a minute." But Jamel, I must say, his defense is good, because I feel if it was a lower caliber fighter, they would have got stopped last night. So that's one thing I would say. His defense was definitely proper, but I just feel that he didn't show the spirit that we were looking for. He was talking all that talk, but I said it. I said, like, he ain't talking like how he usually talks.
Tony, it was disappointing.
It was disappointing.
It was disappointing. Let's just be real. It was disappointing, but I think it dawned on him even before the weigh-in at the press conference. I think it dawned on him the weight of what he was going up against. I think it probably dawned on him, and you could see the.
Man said he's waiting for Canelo to take off his belt and beat Charlo with it.
But hey, did you see? Wait a minute. Did you see the comment that Terence Crawford made?
Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember it verbatim, but it was in the area of, come on, man. He beat him like his dad, talking about a lion. He was more like a cub. Yeah. It was, he made a lion look like a cub and beat the hell out of him. Something like that. But yeah, the chips were soggy with vinegar, because them chips were not crispy at all. Go with that half-past fashion. But yeah, Spence, what are you doing now?
I'm sending a message out.
To who? Derek?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good to get Derek's assessment on that. I mean, that's 2 big L's that he's got lately, and it's just how it goes.
Yeah, in undisputed title fight.
Chasing for greatness, there's got to be a winner and a loser, but just being in there, I respect Derek James so highly, because he's a man that doesn't really say much, but he's been in these fights, man. Big fights, big, massive, mega fights.
Bro.
Spence, Charlo.
Trust me.
He's now AJ's trainer. Ryan Garcia.
You stay there. AJ might leave him. You stay there, too.
Huh?
AJ might leave him.
Yeah.
All right.
Why?
AJ might leave him, too. I'm just gonna be real. I'm not saying this thing because, like, you heard that AJ's doing some little ticking over work with Ben Davison, right? AJ might leave him. He's thinking, "Rah, I'm flying out to America, and your 2 biggest fights that you've been involved in now, they're both lost. And like, boy, I don't want that energy around me." It could be the case.
But you say you don't want the energy, but you brought the energy to him in the first place. What do you mean you don't want the energy?
We trying to say that AJ mash up the camp. Is that what
I never said that. I'm just saying you can't come with that. Nah, I don't. Nah, you can't. That can't be the reason, because AJ went to him, off a defeat, and now you can't say he's leaving because he's trainer.
He's had 2 fights, son. He's had 2 fights with him, and maybe he just feels like, boy, I just need something more different. That's it. I'm keeping it 100.
I said, man, just mash up the thing and then head out.
Right, I'm telling you, he's not there. And we read the comment that he's working with Ben Davison while he's over here, or maybe they ain't saying it, because remember, AJ never ever said that he's going to be working permanently with Derek James.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I said it was
right.
A trial.
He said,
right,
it's not right. So maybe it's the time now where he's saying, boy, I need to dust, and me dusting, I need someone in the UK who I could do my bits with, and Ben Davison could be the one that fits the mold for him.
How?
I said maybe it could be, because he's doing his work. He's doing work with him right now, so maybe he fits the mold for him. I don't
believe nothing on the internet though. I'll be honest with you. Is he actually working?
Listen, they called KD's name, who works for 258 Management. They called his name, and I know what KD. Yeah. They tried to call his name, and it's like it's not the case. But he said that he's just ticking over and doing some work with Ben Davison. So that is it. So that's where he's at now.
Anyway, I'm gonna hold my mouth on that one.
Yeah, good. Hold it.
We've gone 10 minutes past. What's the next big fight? What's the next big one?
It's Fury.
Oh, isn't Josh Warren fighting?
Yeah, Josh Warren and my boys fighting, isn't it?
When is that? That must be coming up soon.
I think that's next week.
Yeah, next week.
I think
Can
it is.
anyone confirm that? Lee Wood. Yeah, Josh Warren. When is that, Alf? Is that? It must be coming up. I'm sure it's coming up. Josh Warren against Lee Wood. Fury Usyk signed. Again, Spence. It's been it is next week, yeah. So Warren, so we'll definitely do a watch along for that.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be back? Hold on. I'm not too sure if I'll be here for that, but wherever I am on the planet Earth, as long as there's Wi-Fi, that reminds me, yeah. We'll try and do that. And finally, in closing, Eddie Earn reeled off an explosive lineup, a schedule coming up over the next coming weeks. The way he just rolled them off from his tongue. And then in one swoop, Frank Warren and the Saudis them just killed all of that and announced that Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk is signed, done deal, ready to go either December the 23rd or early January. Is this fight finally going to happen, Spencer Fearon?
No.
Oh, wow.
I don't trust nothing that come out of Fury's mouth.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm just being real. I don't trust nothing. For you know, this could be a ploy for them just to sell up this Ngannou fight.
but I saw Usyk's manager. Spencer, bro. Yesterday, early hours of the morning, he was on smoke. You're on smoke again. But I saw Usyk's manager tweet it up as well, and put it on his
Yeah, because he's wishful thinking on his behalf, because he knows he's gonna cut a pee.
Well,
Nah, you know what? I don't know. You know what?
It has to.
Listen to me. Let me tell you this. Do you remember when Fury said, "Get in there, boy, it's been signed, me and AJ"? Remember that? All right, then. I don't trust nothing that come out until I see that man walk into the ring. That's when I know they're gonna fight. I don't trust nothing that come out that man's mouth.
Interesting.
And that's that. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Until I see the big press conference. Until I see the big press conference and they're both sitting down signing the thing, then I'll be about 25% sure. You know what I mean? But I don't trust nothing that comes out that man's mouth. But what I am saying is this: the reason, if it does happen, is because Fury sat down and watched the Daniel Dubois fight and thought, rotted, you know what I'll do to this brother? And that fight gave him more confidence now to think, right, I'll smash you.
Well, I believe that I saw a little snippet of the legend Bob Arum saying that Tyson Fury by next summer is due to make $200 million, Spencer. That ain't no joke. That's serious peas. In these fights.
Tundi.
So maybe the Saudis is open the door.
I hear that. But Tundi, you hear me say to you, until I see the brother, I don't believe in nothing. Them listen. Remember when they're talking about him and AJ thing being done, and they had the two of them, the poster of the two of them in the Saudi attire, in the robe. You know what I mean? And the head wrap thing. I was getting all hyped. Yes, it's happening. Rubbing my hands. No, nothing ever happened. So, bro. And furthermore, Tyson Fury's got to beat up at Ngannou. And as much as it's very far-fetched, it's massively, massively far-fetched, right? But you still got to beat Ngannou, right? And Ngannou could just land one and just bust your eye open, and then that fight's being put back because you got to get plastic surgery. This is boxing, bro.
Someone says you're not seeing Hearn's comments. It's defo signed. Yeah, it is signed. The fight is happening. I'm convinced the fight is happening. And well done to, is it Riddy Season and Queensbury, George, Mr. James Bond, George, getting the deal over the line. Frank Smith, congratulations, signing a deal with, is it the Japanese or the Chinese?
Who?
For Frank Smith. He done the deal on his own, apparently.
For?
But he set it up doing a mega deal with the Chinese or the Japanese to stage 3 fights out there, which is massive.
Okay.
So well done to Frank Smith for getting that over the line. So I think it's a good time for boxing. If these fights are and these events are going to take place, Japanese, Red Rose says, yeah, and Lucas says it's Japanese. It's a big, great time for boxing, and it's a sport we love, and we'll always have something to talk about every Sunday, and on the watch-alongs. It's been great having you, Spence.
Yep, it has been. I like you there with your notes. Man's tapping paper like his name's Trevor McDonald.
Come on, you gotta have notes. You gotta be professional around here. Yeah, we did see the documentary, but we don't want to. I saw Mick Collier last night. He goes, "Have you seen that? You read that load of rubbish?" Mick Collier was getting into one last night at You Cool, calling me a racist. Mick Collier, my great friend, Mick Collier.
Listen, this is for Riddick Bowl.
What did he say?
Bring me to England, send me your number, man. Let's make it happen, man. Come on. Moving to the show, let's go.
He wants to come over to the UK. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He wants to come over to the UK. He wants to do a Fight Is Right tour with us. I said, and I just, so you guys just know, but that's from the legendary Riddick Bowl. He's on the thing, so yeah, I mean, we got to get him on the show as well.
Man said I thought that was Bomac. Bomac. Apparently, I was speaking to a lawyer last night, sports lawyer. Met her for the first time at the show, and she said that I think Bomac's case is coming up this week. It's going to be heard this week. So, hopefully, we can get bail. Get back to the US, get back to his family, and get back to doing what he loves. But
let's hope that he's going to get deported, isn't it? I hope that he does get deported.
Yeah, but the process is not so easy in the UK. You can't be just rolling around with pieces
with a strap.
Loaded, straps fully loaded. Man, we're not having that in the UK. There's a penalty for that. So we'll see. We'll wait, but we're wishing Bomac all the best.
Yeah, come on, man. He's good people, man. Always shows, man, mad love. So, you know what I mean?
Come on. Big up G Chains. Gary, thank you for the $9.99.
Come
Great
on,
show.
big up yourself.
Bless everyone in the chat. And I think, even though there's still close to 500 people here on live, let's wrap it up. Please press the like, press the subscribe, and we'll be back next week. Maybe I know Spencer's doing a live broadcast from the Boatsi versus Aziz. What is it, Spence? Explain.
It's their presser. It's their presser that's going on, which is going to be live from Box Park in Croydon. So Manny, better let's come into that. So we'll be doing some bits. I'm doing some bits also for boxers as well when we're down there. But they're giving us the ring to do some little bits down there. So I got a big up boxer, Ben Shalom. Dan Miller as well. Got to big him up. So yeah, we're just gonna be like Harvey from Soul Solid is coming down to do bits with us as well on our channel. So yeah, we got to big up Harvey. Had a really good chat with him today. Lovely brother, man. Lovely brother. So yeah, we're moving, man. We're moving. Yeah. So
this is Tundi McDonald. News at 10. Reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure having you all with us this evening. Half Past Fashion, Daniel J. Boateng, Lifetime, Jamie Leroy, Too Bless, Greg Damage, Kurt Campbell, Red Rose, Iffy, SD, big up my man, Authentic Truth, Mind Mastery, the lovely Mind Mastery, Games You Love, Tom Tommy, Essay, Lee S, Hot Video, Coco, Guzzy, Daniel J. Boating, Gary, thank you for the donation. Off the Cut Greens, Half Past Fashion, the one and only Essay. Thank you all for joining us. I know I'm looking like Ray Charles right now at the end and at the beginning, but let us end in the magical words of dream it, Believe it. Become it.
Coming up, peace of fingers. You lot have a beautiful week this week. You know what I
Defo.
mean? And remember, step forward so you're never in the same place. Peace, two fingers, we out.
Come on. Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that.